Okay, YouTube, this is Jared with Omnivore Blade Works. This is going to be a long one because we're going to do some blade destruction. First here is an Aus-tempered 01 first edition Parvis. There's already a crack in it. I don't know why. Then we have here an old dagger that I made. It's kind of one-off, and I had thrown it a lot, and I bent the tip, so I know it's going to be tough. But since it's already bent, I don't mind breaking it. Then I've got a really old ATS 34 blade. This is 1/8 inch stock. So I'm going to break it further up in the middle, so it'll be a little bit thicker area, more like the dagger. And then I got a knife from Nathan Carothers, which is 3V, I believe. And there's something wrong with it, so he wanted me to break it. And then I got another one from Nathan, which is his also a 3V dagger, bayonet looking thing. I tried to sharpen it because I was going to try to do some edge testing, but I heated the edge up too much, so it ruined that first part, and I was actually able to file that through. Filed it through the fine, part of the edge that was no longer hard. So that way, if something goes flying, I won't get killed as easily. I'm going to get a face shield, and hopefully nobody will die. So starting with the 3V Parvis, not 3V, but the 01 Parvis. These, it's down there at the tip, so it'll probably take some pulling, but it probably will break eventually. See how much I can give it. That's probably the handle popping. It disappeared. It slipped out of the Kydex jaws. Ugh. But it did take a permanent set. So that tells me this is going to bend before it breaks, and you're going to know it. So I'm not going to do that again because it'll probably just slip out again. We did break one of these before, and it took a lot of force. Now we're going to do this old Aus-tempered dagger, probably about up to there. Maybe it won't pop out like the other one. Gotta get in the middle. Oops. I'm using Kydex to line the jaws, so that way I won't impart any stress concentrations, because I don't want to put scratches in the metal. All right. This one will probably bend a lot more. Not a whole lot of force. Taking a set. And there it bent and broke. So I wasn't expecting it to break quite that easily, but because it is a pretty small cross section, that's kind of to be expected. A lot more force than a normal dagger would be subject to. You can see how it's taken a permanent set there. So once again, you will know that this is going to fail. You know it's going to break before you break it. Now we're going to go and do another dagger. Stop that. If I can find it. Alright. Very similar profile. This one I already broke the tip off of. This is the latest batch of heat treat from our new heat treater in Raleigh. And I'm going to put that down at the same level of cross section. Probably right up to about there. This is a hollow ground one. This is a new type of dagger that I made. So this, I think, is an example of not very well tempered martensight. And I'm just going to use my hand on this one. Well, I'm going to use a breaker bar. You'll see the difference. Not a huge difference, less than I expected, but the grain structure appears to be a little bit coarser. Alright, now let's try one of Nathan's blades, the thinner one. So that'll be closer to being along the same lines as we just broke in 1095. I'm going to go a little higher because it's a little thinner design. 1/8 inch steel. Just bottoming out on the vise. All right. Are we still recording? Yeah, we are. All right. Got a permanent set there. I've never bent 3V before. So that went almost 90 degrees before it broke. And when it broke, it shattered. Well, what did it do? It's got some shattering going on. A little loose shard in here. So that's a new one. Get it out there without having it spill. All right, that was cool. And then old ATS 34, which is really thin. Let's see what it does. Ooh, that's pretty sharp. Pretty hard as well. I hate to break this old guy, but I'm never going to make it into a regular knife, so who cares? It's just the weight of the bar now, pretty much. Well, just tugging a little bit. Now I took a permanent set. This is going, and it broke. So that was almost as far as 3V. Of course, it was a thinner material, so automatically I think it's going to bend a little farther before it breaks. No shards. Nice fine looking grain structure on one side, and then, oh, it's got a really weird looking shard sticking out of it in one spot. That's crazy. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but how did that little piece get there? Weird. Isn't that weird? I probably don't need to break the big one, but I will anyway because Nathan wanted me to. So this is his pig sticker. I don't know what he calls it. Substantial, dangerous blade. I think the guy, he told me, the guy who helped him design it might have died or something. I don't remember. Here we go. This is probably going to be a little tougher. Here we go. 45, 50 degrees, 60 degrees. It pretty much broke at 80 degrees and it had a shard pop off. It's pretty strong blade considering how thin it is. It also took a permanent set before it broke, so that's good. I guess if you hit it with a hammer it might be a little different. Go find the other shard. This Oz-tempered 01, maybe I can get it not to slip out this time. Because it's a little thicker, but the handle's probably going to break off before the blade does. Taking a lot more force to bend it. Holy crap. Woo! There goes the handle. There, my handle. This is all my weight without losing my balance. Woo! I can't bend it anymore. All right. Well, that is a thicker cross section by a fair margin. So 01 didn't break, at least down in the blade portion. There's probably some stress concentrations up here in the handle area because of these silly hexagonal cutouts. But overall, 3V did really well. And I was kind of surprised that my older 1095 didn't do any better because it performed so well at the tip, because I used to throw this one a lot. And let's try, could be something to do with the cross sections, stress concentrations. I want to try a hammer test on this guy. Hit the tang with a hammer. See how many whacks it takes. 1. Alright, well, that didn't break. It bent. We may be in less trouble than I thought. Anyway, food for thought. I'll think about this a lot now. See you next time.